Good afternoon, Bahamas, and welcome to Inclusion for All, where we interview some of our athletes and get their thoughts, hear their stories. And today, we start off our program with a very special guest. You know her. She's been in Special Olympics for a very long time. Good afternoon, Anita Moncur.
Good afternoon.
Okay, it's a pleasure to have you with us today. You've been in Special Olympics Bahamas for a very long time. I want you to go ahead and tell us how long you've been involved with the program and what are some of the sports that you participate in.
Well, I was in the Special Olympics Bahamas for 40 years, and I did various sports like track and field, swimming, horseback riding 3 times, bocce, and bowling.
Okay, wow, you sound like you've done it all. And having participated in all of those sports, do you have a favorite sport?
Bowling.
And tell us what that is if you do.
Bowling. Bowling is one of my favorite sports.
Okay, great. Now, over 40 years, that is a very long time. So you must have seen a lot. You must have done a lot. Tell us, where are some of the places that you were able to travel to represent Special Olympics Bahamas and the Bahamas?
Well, I went to Louisiana for track and field, Indiana for swimming, Minnesota for horseback riding, Connecticut for horseback riding, and North Carolina for horseback riding, Ireland for bocce, and Greece for bocce, and bowling in Abu Dhabi.
Okay, wow, you really have been all over the place representing the Bahamas. This must make you feel really good, not just to represent the organization of Special Olympics Bahamas, but to represent the entire Bahamas. Tell us, what was your performance like at some of these events, knowing that you were going up against some of the best in the world in Special Olympics?
Well, I got a bronze in track and field. I did too well in swimming because that was my first time doing swimming. But I got medals in horseback riding, and bocce, and bowling.
Okay, great. And you know, I'm very interested in this horseback riding. I think you said in Minnesota. Tell us a little bit about that. What was that experience like? Did you pack your own horse and put it in your suitcase and take it to Minnesota with you? Tell us about that whole episode.
No. When you get in competition, they provide the horses for you.
Okay, and you and the horse just got along. Okay, well, take us through the experience.
It was very awesome. They let you choose a horse which you are comfortable with, and then you start the horse. You ride that horse during competition.
Okay, and how did you do in Minnesota?
I did good. I got a medal.
Wow. Okay, and like you said, this was a horse that you had never ridden before. This was a horse that you just met, so to speak, when you were in Minnesota. Great job, fantastic. Okay, Anita, you also hold some other roles in Special Olympics Bahamas. Tell us, what are some of those roles that you play?
I am an inspirational ambassador for Special Olympics Bahamas, global messenger, and I'm also an assistant bocce coach.
Okay, assistant bocce coach. That's telling me that you must know quite a bit about the game, and the fact that you're now coaching. I guess your playing days in bocce are over.
No, not really. If they don't have enough athletes for bocce, then I'll play a game.
Okay, great. And working with other athletes, helping them to learn the game as you would have learned the game, how does that make you feel?
Awesome.
Okay, great. You also mentioned the role of inspirational ambassador. Tell us a little bit, what does an inspirational ambassador do?
It's like an athlete leader. It's like organizing stuff like transportation and all the other stuff.
Great. So your role in Special Olympics is beyond that of just an athlete. Obviously, you hold all these different positions. I want you to tell us, though. I want to go back to international competition for a minute. And I saw a clip of you in Abu Dhabi, and I know how it made me feel. So I want to go back to that a minute. When you finish your competitions, and you know you're in medal position, and your name is called, and you get up there on that medal stand, and they're placing that medal around your neck. Tell us exactly what you're feeling at that time.
Oh, that was awesome, man! I was very awesome when I got that gold medal in my singles in bowling.
Okay, and I know it must have been because when I saw the video, I was getting goosebumps, and so I know that must have made you feel really proud to be representing your country and Special Olympics Bahamas on such a world stage. Okay, that's fantastic. Now, you travel all these places around the world, even personal travel. You make trips now and then. You come back home to Nassau, to the Bahamas, and as you get off the plane and you enter the terminal and you look up on the wall and you see all of our great athletes, all of the athletes that have represented our country over the years at different countries, at different sporting events, and you walk down the line, but there's no Anita Moncur. There is no Deron King Forbes, no Super Mario, no Colette Grant, no Beeman Arnold. What's going through your mind? What are you thinking about when you see that there are no Special Olympics Bahamas athletes up on that wall at the international airport?
It is terrible.
I want you to look right at the camera.
It is terrible because when we go away and we represent our country, we come back with medals around our neck. We're supposed to get the respect just like the regular athletes.
So what would be your message if you were able to make a change? What would be that one change? What would you like to see coming through that airport?
I would like to see our pictures up on the wall in the airport, so when people walk in, they can see, wow, these Special Olympics athletes, they awesome. Look at the medals around their neck.
Okay, great, and I think that's a good message, and hopefully those that the decision makers, and I'm going to call out some of the people. We have starting with the Minister of Sports and the Ministry of Sports. We have the Minister, Minister Bowleg, and our Director of Sports, Ms. Kelsey Johnson Sales, the Chairman for the National Commission of Persons with Disabilities, Mrs. Nalini Bethel, Sports Tourism, and the Minister of Tourism, Mr. I. Chester Cooper. Yes, all of you, we're asking any of you and all of you that have any influence, any say at all in making sure that we don't just talk inclusion, but that we show inclusion by our actions. You heard it, so to speak, from the horse's mouth. She wants to see photos of Special Olympics Bahamas athletes up on that wall at the international airport. And why not? Why not? We talk inclusion, let's now act inclusion. Anita, thank you very much for that message. One more question for you before we end this session. Last year, Special Olympics Bahamas introduced its Wall of Fame program for the very first time. And you were among 5 athletes that were inducted into the Wall of Fame of Special Olympics Bahamas. Tell us what that meant to you, how it makes you feel.
It makes me feel good. that we are now in the Special Lynx Bahamas Wall of Fame. It's very awesome. And when people come into the office, they'll look on the wall and they'll see our photos and say these athletes in the Wall of Fame.
Okay, great. And I know I said that was the final question, but I got one more final thing for you. And I would like you to look right at the camera, and if there is a message that you would like to share, whether it's with other persons with special needs, whether it's with the general public, this is your opportunity now to share your message, get your message out there. What would you like to say?
I would like to say, people come. I would say to the public, come and volunteer, take time and work with our athletes. You'll have a great time.
Okay, thank you very much, and Anita Moncur. We're definitely going to be back with you on another session, but I would like to congratulate you for everything that you've achieved this far, all of your accomplishments, and it doesn't look like you showing any signs of letting up soon, so continue to do well. You've made us here at Special Olympics Bahamas proud. You've made the entire country, Special Olympics Bahamas, very proud. My name is Gilbert Williams, National Director for Special Olympics Bahamas, saying so long for now. See you next time on Inclusion for All, an Athlete Story. Okay.